Do you dream of being a great communicator at work or in your personal life? But hang on, what does a great communicator really mean? Does it mean being a great speaker, or being great on camera, or even maybe great at speaking in English? No, it means that when you speak, your ideas are clearly articulated and you have an air of authority and leadership. People listen when you speak and you can inspire them to some sort of action. Your communication and leadership skills can clearly determine how successful you become in life, and it can also help you achieve more. So if you want to improve and develop your communication skills to a much higher level, stay tuned. Q&A Tuesday, all your voice questions answered. Hi, I'm Elisa James, founder of the Voice of Confidence Public Speaker Training Program. And today I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can improve your communication skills so you can achieve more success in life. Sound good? Let's dive in. Tip number 1, the law of paying the price. John Maxwell was famously quoted as saying this: "If you don't pay the price to win, then you will pay the price of losing." He means everything in life comes with a price tag. If you want a new suit for work, you have to pay for it. And the same goes for a new car or a new watch. Anything worth having, in fact, will have some sort of price tag. And the law states if you want something badly enough, you've got to pay the price. The higher quality, the higher the price. Now, what we're talking about here is putting in the time and the effort and patience necessary in learning to improve your communication skills. Communication is like art. It's a muscle. It can be developed. Communication works for those who work at it. Write that down. Now, not even the richest people in the world can pay somebody to increase their muscle mass, for example. If your goal was to get bigger muscles, you're the one who actually needs to do the push-ups, not anybody else. So if you're ready to pay the price and achieve more success in life, let's move on. Tip number 2, framing communication correctly. Now, you could have a great command of the English language and still be a subpar communicator. There are many reasons for this, but it may not include whether you speak English as a first language or not. There are so many other things that get in the way of communication, and the very least of that is your command of English. I have many native speakers in all of my programs that begin as poor communicators. And the reason is mostly the lack of confidence. So here are a few of the main reasons that people are poor communicators. Lack of vocal confidence, self-doubt, lack of self-worth, fear of judgment, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of public speaking, fear of the camera. If these issues all take over your mind, it will hold your tongue and you won't be able to speak up when you need to. Even speaking with perfect grammar and articulation won't make you a great communicator if these things are not addressed. So watch yourself back on camera and listen to yourself back on audio recording to see and hear what the audience hears. And then you can decide where you're falling short of the mark. Great communication does include confident body language, powerful gestures, facial expressions, vocal strength and power, voice modulation, engagement, and influence, and so much more. So be proactive in your analysis of your own vocal performance and write down the areas that you want to improve. Now, the next 3 tips will give you tangible ways to improve your vocal communication skills. Tip number 3, reading out loud. Now, most people get this wrong. They think that reading books on leadership and business will improve their speaking skills. Sorry, it'll improve your mind, sure, increase your knowledge, by all means. But unless you're practicing by speaking out loud as you read, it won't actually improve your voice or your communication skills. Reading well out loud is a learned skill, and many native English speakers are really bad at this task. When they read, it sounds wooden, boring, and flat. No one will ever listen to you if you speak like that. So when you're reading out loud, try to make the words come to life. Listen back to your voice and ask yourself, does it sound engaging? Am I really digesting the meaning of every paragraph? What could I do to make it more interesting? If you can master this simple skill, you'll be well on your way. Tip number 4, auditory learning. Now again, many people do this in a completely ineffective way. They simply listen to an audiobook or a podcast while focusing on something else. So here's what I want you to do instead of that. Set aside a time and a day to do this activity and block out the time in your calendar. Sit down with a notepad and your device and focus on this one activity without any distractions. Now, here comes the fun part. If you really find an engaging speaker who's making an impact with their words, press pause. Copy what they're saying and include the inflections of their voice. You'll learn so much more if you listen this way. These steps are proactive, not passive. Tip number 5, visual learning. Now, finding good mentors for any new skill that you're trying to acquire is imperative. YouTube is a great place to start. Set time aside every week to watch great communicators on video. Grab your notebook and start jotting down the following things. Here are the things that I want you to take note of. Number 1, how do they open their presentation? 2, what is the body language doing? 3, how do they present themselves visually? 4, are they using tonality and vocal variety? Number 5, have they got a body posture of confidence? Number 6, are they making eye contact with the audience? Number 7, are they engaging and influential when they speak? You see, the brain has so many ways to receive information. I want you to immerse yourself in all of these ways of learning. Look, the bottom line is this. Good communicators speak up and make an impact when they speak. Nobody is born a good communicator. You really have to work at it. And if you stay in your comfort zone, what's going to happen? Nothing. Suddenly you're going to wake up 5 years later and your life is not improved at all. So if you're ready to improve your communication skills, check out the courses that I've got available in the description below this video. Now I'm going to leave you with a final quote from the great Jim Rohn. Achievers have a can-do attitude that sets them apart from the dreamers. Achievers are willing to put forth the effort and pay the price of success. Are you ready to pay the price? If you are, I'll see you in class.